On Halloween Day 1944, USS Slater DE-766 and her fellow destroyer escorts were on the tail end of the return trip from England to New York City, escorting merchant ships. Slater was steaming at 15.5 knots, slightly faster than the convoy, and as they got closer to their destination, land-based aircraft arrived for extra security. The convoy entered Column C and consolidated from 4 columns into 2. Slater took up station 4,000 yards on the port bow of the convoy, and at 0305, the ships, with destinations other than New York City, were dispatched to proceed on their own. Slater cleared the Getty Channel and moored starboard side to Leonardo Pier in Earl, New Jersey, to unload her ammunition. After about 6 hours, she shifted berth to Pier 4 in the Brooklyn Naval Yard, and she moored port side to USS Finch, DE-328. USS Ebert, DE-768, later came in and moored port side to Slater's starboard side, and that evening, a large section of Slater's crew departed for 9 days of leave to expire on the 11th of November. The 2nd of November, and apart from Ensign Agnew departing for leave, nothing happened on Slater. The next day, 2 more of the crew departed, but only for 72 hours of leave. In the evening, new crew members were welcomed aboard. The monotony continued on the 4th. Seaman First Class Colbert left for 6 days of emergency leave. Seaman First Class Scheidel was transferred to the U.S. Naval Hospital for medical treatment. And on the 5th, the Finch got underway. A harbor pilot came aboard to bring Slater back into Pier 4. At the morning muster, Seaman Second Class Tuning was reported absent. And she got underway at 21:30 with the assistance of the yard tugs Tavico and Mervista. Slater bid farewell to her sister ship Ebert and proceeded to a dry dock. The water was pumped out at 22:46, and an hour later she was sitting upon the chocks in dry dock number 2. Just after midnight on the 6th, First Lieutenant Plummer and Engineering Officer Johnson completed a walk-around of Slater and found the hull to be in satisfactory condition. With morning muster, more sailors were found to be absent. Seaman Second Class Holiday, Torpedoman's Mate Third Class Lyons, and Seaman Second Class Tuning remained absent. Lyons did report aboard at 10:05, a full 3 hours and 5 minutes late, and Holiday returned at 1200, 5 hours late. And that night, Seaman First Class Keller was received as a new member of the crew. Here, we can see some of the work that was and was not completed. Our boilers were scheduled to be modified in some way, but there just wasn't enough time. Slater was only allowed in dry dock for a couple of days here. Some casualty power connections were installed. These are valuable in case your ship is damaged and loses power in a certain area. You can run cables to these hookups to supply your electricity. This was only halfway completed. The sonar hut and flying bridge was rearranged slightly. The supply office was installed aft. The 4,000 gallons per day distilling plant was modified to now include a starch compound injection system. A new SL radar antenna, a Mod 25, was installed, as was some new radios. The number 4 fire and bilge pump was overhauled, as was the starting air compressor. Some thermostats were replaced, and the motor whaleboat's engine was overhauled. The packing gland on the starboard shaft, where it enters the B4 bulkhead, was repacked. Some general maintenance was performed on all 4 of Slater's main engines, and workers cleaned an alidade, 2 sextants, and 4 pairs of binoculars. General maintenance was also completed on all of Slater's guns.